Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this is our power hour of true crime where we talk about fucked up people doing fucked up shit, usually for fucked up reasons, definitely today, or sometimes for no reasons at all. And what I'm going to talk to y'all about is the Polly Klaas story, which I think a lot of you know this story without knowing that you know this story. It was in 93, kidnapping, murder.
Oh, that one's
Oh, this one I'm about to. I hate the ones, and please do not take it in the wrong way because it sounds like we're desensitized to this. But once more, weekly book report for 4 years. So you're consuming this all the time.
Yep.
And this one just, hit me in the cooter. Knocked me right in the coots.
It's a heavy one.
It is so heavy.
You said it was 93?
Yes.
I was 8. So I remember seeing it on the news. And that's when I was in that little childhood bubble.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, nothing can get me. And then I see this and my parents were trying to shield me from it. And I'm
in my 400 pages of documentation today, I think I mentioned the fact that I was 5 at the time because I'm so much younger than Heather. And so I didn't particularly, I remember her face. I remember the photo. I remember the face.
I do too.
But my mom was very into true crime, still is. My mom is still kicking. But I just remember the face.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about some stuff that's in the news, speaking of the news. So, yeah, speaking of the
pivot.
News, I know. I'm going to try. You were like, I have 400 pages today.
I know. I always love whenever we come in here and I'm like, all right, I have a lot to cover.
You guys, that's a little behind the scenes for you guys.
Yeah, that's the crazy way that we
all of our hours
make this happen.
Our hours we spend planning.
Yes.
We sit down and she's like, are you ready? I'm like, no, hang on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hang on. No, but that sad story that came out of Hamden, Ohio with the 16 children that were found.
I've not seen this.
Okay. So there were 16 children and please don't quote me on this because I'm reading it off ChatGPT. But so there were 16 children that they found in a 12 by 12 space. A lot of them can't communicate. They range from ages 18 months to 18 years. Yeah, they found them in the house. They're still investigating it right now. It said they found them while investigating another unrelated indecent exposure case. I don't know how they connect.
Who are the people that were arrested for it?
They were isolated for years, and they obviously weren't in school. The house was disgusting, fecal matter. Think of a hoarder house,
right?
And they were malnourished. They were developmentally delayed.
All the things you'd expect.
Obviously, 7 of them were hospitalized, and 2 of them had to go to trauma centers. That's how bad it was.
Oh my gosh.
4 adults were arrested.
Then yes, I saw a snippet of this because I saw 4
trash
crazy fucks,
and you can tell they're horrible humans. You just
they
look
like they
smell
and they're pieces of garbage.
They literally are. Yeah. Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders, they were the children's parents, and then their paternal grandparents were also arrested. She it's still ongoing. Elizabeth was believed to be the biological mother of all 16 children, and she married Gary when she was 15. But the attorney said that she may also have been isolated and controlled. So now they're going from she was one of the bad people to she was a victim as well.
The grandparents, was it of the guy?
Yes.
Oh,
shit. Gary Sider Sr., he's reportedly been released. It's still ongoing because of medical issues. So it's still ongoing. But I want to know. They're going to have to dig into all that. Those poor fucking children. It's heart-wrenching. A 12 by 12 room. I
just saw a thing about a young girl who was deformed from being confined into a small space her entire life. Mm-hmm. She was 18.
Right.
And she looked maybe 8.
She had dark
brown hair.
She was chained to a chair.
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yes,
I watched
and
a
she ended up passing
about her. Mm-hmm.
really soon. That's what it makes me think of.
It's so just fucking don't have kids.
I don't know what to say.
I
don't know what to say on that shit because it's what do you say to fucking insanity?
Well, we'll try to update on what comes of that, but it shook. That one shook me, and this story today is going to shake me again too. I remember it, but like you said, I remember it, but not like all of the details.
All the fuck uppery.
Right.
I'm about to give it to you. Hard and kind of slowly. Okay. So my works cited page includes, get your foot off mine, Wikipedia, the pollyklaas.org website, ABC News, history.com, 2020, my favy. That was episode Taken in the Night. I think it was season 43 or something. The Guardian, and then also Time Magazine. I am sure there's like one in here that I missed. Yeah. So please don't take me to plagiarizing jail or some shit. Okay, so in the early autumn of 1993, Petaluma, California was the embodiment of a Northern California haven. Known as the egg basket of the world, it was a town of Victorian homes, golden hills, and a collective sense of security that felt as permanent as the redwoods.
And Karen Kilgariff.
Yes.
It's from there too. The Murder Queen. From My Favorite Murder.
Queen.
From My Favorite Murder.
I have been loving everything about them lately. I am like on their fucking social media, like white on fucking rice.
Oh yeah, well and they're on like Netflix now. So
oh my god, I need to go on Netflix and see them, stare at them even harder on a bigger screen. Tap into the fact that it's the early 90s and life was so good without the social media shitstorm of crappy news and notifications. It was a delicious time to be alive. In this landscape, the concept of stranger danger was a headline from a distant city, and the threshold of a child's bedroom was considered a sanctuary. Our homes are sanctuaries, unless you're in that other home that you just told me about. This was the twilight of a specific American innocence, a period where doors remained unlocked, and the night was just a great time when the fireflies and cicadas came out.
Yep, you come home when the streetlights come on.
Yep. All of that changed on the night of October 1st, not only in Petaluma, but across the nation. That means, yet again, this story broke the innocence of a nation and changed everything pretty much moving forward. I mean, we just get rocked all the time, pretty much.
Yeah.
At the center of the gathering storm was 12-year-old Polly Klaas. Polly was a child of Petaluma in every sense. She was vibrant, creative, and deeply embedded in the community's social fabric. A devotee, as apparently some 12-year-olds are, of the literary classic Little Women. I was not into that at 12, so she was better and cooler than me.
Yeah, I was reading Tiger Beat and putting pictures of Jonathan Taylor Thomas on my wall and NSYNC.
I was reading Harry Potter back then. I was like, I was not doing that. I was knee deep in Harry Potter.
Sometimes when you say things, it makes me feel like, oh, I was at Woodstock, and you're like, I feel. You remember the Civil War? Like,
eat a cock. Okay. Where was I? So she had an affinity in the story, the themes of the story and the sisterhood and the resilience. And it really just was a reflection of her own grace and how she was navigating the divorce of her parents. So Mark Klaas and Eve Nicole, sorry, my bad. Through, though they were fantastic parents in every sense of the word, they just didn't work as a couple. And that's always hard. Yeah. Divorce is always hard. She was a beautiful girl, kind-hearted, sweet, known for her love of the arts. She was definitely a performer. And from the videos that you can see, it just shows. She's so cute and sweet and cute and sweet. And this is where the photo of Polly's going to pop up. When she was kidnapped, which we're going to talk about, the disappearance really felt like a personal loss to every family in that town and eventually all over. Her character so clearly defined by innocence and potential because she was smart and gifted and talented and sweet and loving, and everyone just really loved her. Yeah. It was really a loss of potential, and it was an emotional catalyst for a public response that would eventually scale into a national movement. This is that story that just rocks you to the core. I can't imagine what it would have been like to see this story. Here's where I mentioned that I think I was only 5 at the time, so I remember her face, assuming my mom may have had it on the TV before my dad yelled that it was on the TV. But the fear must have been really, really immense at that time. She was living her best life, spending time with her friends, having fun, playing games, and planning sleepovers. It was that time where thinking about Halloween made it like hard to fall asleep, and life was just easier and safer and better.
Right.
Now, if this podcast was just about idyllic nostalgia, I would stop the story here. But alas, it is not. It's time for me to shit on the table.
I'm done. I'm done.
I've had the most insane day since 5 a.m.
I'm done.
And it is
Shit on the
3:15 here, so I'm officially damn near brain dead.
I'm a visual thinker, so I wish I was brain dead because I just pictured you pooping on a glass table.
You're welcome.
Somebody will probably pay for that.
Oh. Ugh. All right. So while the town of Petaluma slept, a predator the criminal justice system had already caught, identified, and inexplicably released was ready to ruin some fucking lives. To the investigative journalist, the tragedy of Polly Klaas is not just a crime of opportunity, it's a crime of, my favorite buzzwords, systematic failure. Criminology teaches us the doctrine of escalation, right? The process by which a predator's behavior evolves from petty theft to violent victimization when the state fails to intervene effectively. Richard Allen Davis had a pages-long rap sheet that functioned as a roadmap to the October 1st mayhem he ensued. So the making of Richard Allen Davis is a chronicle of early trauma ignored and adolescent warning signs completely dismissed. I have to say this is one of those that you have to wonder if evil is born or created. His upbringing was extremely disadvantaged, unsafe, and just cruel. Who knows how he would have turned out if he was born into a different family. There is no excuse for who he becomes and what he does and how he does it. We all know that. And also how he handles the court proceedings will make everyone slam their fucking car door when they turn off this podcast today. But it's still a hard story to chew on. Yeah. At the end of the day, this is dry peanuts and you ain't had water all day. You know? What? So let's talk about his early trauma.
You've got 5 more of those. 16, you've got 5 more. Everything you're like, it was hotter than a tick on a hog's ass on July in Alabama or something.
Shut your mouth. See? All right, so we're going to talk about his early trauma.
Okay.
He was born in San Fran in 1954 to violent alcoholic parents. His childhood was basically a list of ways to neglect a child. At age 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
His mother punished him for playing with matches by burning his hand on a hot stove.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I burnt my hand the other day.
Oh.
And I'm 40
I
and a
burnt my
half.
fucking thigh because I don't know how to open up my own oven door.
I did that on the oven too.
What? This was many moments. I'm not going to unpack all of it because my suitcase is full. But just know that he was abused from the age of 3.
I mean, obviously, spoiler alert, he did some shitty shit, but
yes,
no person deserves that.
No. He grew up witnessing brutal domestic disputes before his parents finally divorced when he was 11. By 12, he was on probation for burglary.
12?
By 15, he was back in the system for forgery.
How do you...
Easily. It was checks, man.
Oh.
Checks are cake. I mean, I'm assuming that, but forgery was a lot easier back in the day.
Yeah.
A troubled 13-month stint in the Army ended in a general discharge, followed closely by the suspicious 1973 death of 18-year-old Marlene Voris. Now, Marlene Voris was a high school senior from La Honda, California, where Richard Allen Davis also grew up. Now, friends described her as bright, popular, and optimistic. She had recently been accepted into a military officer training program. No one cares what it's often reported as. And on October 12th, 1973, she hosted a party at her parents' home to celebrate before leaving. She was found dead that night from a single gunshot wound to the head.
Oh, gosh.
Now, investigators found 7 handwritten suicide notes at the scene.
7?
And in 1973, the death was ruled a suicide. Richard was the last known person to see her alive at that party as well. Now, many of Marlene's friends never accepted this conclusion, and they were quoted saying there's no way that it was suicide. They pointed to the fact that Marlene she was celebrating an exciting new chapter in her life and appeared enthusiastic about her future. Of course, investigators also recognize how that outward appearances don't always reveal someone's internal mental state. We know this.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we know now more than ever, it's that.
Robin Williams.
So, yes, those observations alone are not proof that the ruling was incorrect. Now, they will open the case later on, but there won't be any evidence to point him to this murder. But Fuckwad would later tell psychiatrists he heard Voris's voice in his head, along with the voices of other women demanding to be assaulted or robbed. I will let you think of that as you wish.
As I stew over here, because...
Oh, honey, you are a big old pot of chili today. You're going to be stewing this whole episode.
You got 4 more.
So currently, we have extreme escalating behavior.
Yeah.
Robbery, fraud, and, well, possible murder. These were the invisible warnings the system chose to overlook. Now, Davis was clinically diagnosed with a triad of personality disorders, avoidant, antisocial, and schizoid. He told therapists that stealing relieved the tensions building within him, which made me think of people who cut themselves.
Right.
And I think obviously there's some sort of psychological discrepancies going on upstairs that would link that. So who fucking knows what his compulsions were and his actual mental state? I don't know how much studying that we really are doing to the human brain anymore until they're waiting till they die. I don't know. Maybe we should bring back lobotomies for prisoners on death row who we know for sure have done the crime. I don't want to say there are too many people in jail that are innocent. Now, between 1975 and 1982, Davis was a revolving door of felony convictions. Burglary, assault, and kidnapping, as I mentioned. Oh, yes. In 1985, he was sentenced to 16 years for a previous kidnapping. Yet, in June 1993, he was paroled after serving only 8 years. Get ready for good behavior.
Stop.
Despite a documented appetite for predatory violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, he kidnapped someone. And let me tell you how terrible it was, so we can all sit here and wonder how the absolute fuck he was released for good motherfucking behavior.
Well, he had good behavior because that's probably the only structure he's ever fucking had in his life. So, of course, he's going to act better when he has structure and he's forced to do these things. Stupid. I'm mad.
I have to say, though, everything that I have seen about him in every possible way, he is an actual bag of fermented cat shit.
Yeah.
And so I don't even see him being good in prison. If anything, he'd be like, this is my fucking clown party I've been wanting to be at. Stupid fucking cunt. So on October, or not on October, that is not the month.
Okay.
On November 30th.
Okay.
We're talking 1984. I'm going to do a weird little bouncy round of some years, but it doesn't matter in the overall because just know he fucking sucked.
Okay.
Over and over again. Davis and Sue Edwards, which is this stupid hoe that he was on and off again with, went to the Redwood City home of Selena Varick, who had previously been romantically involved with Sue's sister. Okay. The motives appear to have been financial. They believed that Selena had access to dough, not bread, money. When Selena answered the door, Davis and Edwards, sorry, I keep thinking that I'm not being that funny to you. And so I keep trying to go, but then I'm giggling through really fucked up stories.
I know. I'm trying to not.
So
it's just
my apologies.
You're a treat.
Thanks. Thanks,
story
sucks, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like, stop making it sound so magical. It's like I'm trying. Like, I know it's serious, but you're like,
yes,
I'm done. All right, keep going.
I'm focused.
I'm focused.
So when Selena answers the door, the two cuntwads force their way inside. They immediately threaten to kill Selena, her daughter, and her father if she doesn't cooperate.
Jeez.
So when she tried to flee, fucking stupid Davis dragged her back inside and pistol whipped her repeatedly, causing serious head wounds and leaving blood throughout the apartment. One especially disturbing detail is that after he beats her, they force her to take a shower to wash the blood out of her hair before they take her to the bank.
Oh my God.
And obviously this was to not attract attention.
Right.
Now, rather than simply robbing the apartment, this bullshit ass Bonnie and Clyde forced Selena into a vehicle and they drove her to the bank. She was compelled to withdraw 6 G's while Davis and Edwards watched. I'm very impressed that this bank permitted that kind of withdrawal. Unless they actually, I don't even know if ATMs are around. Maybe she had to go in. She probably had to go in. The kidnapping continued until they had the money they wanted. Only after obtaining the cash did they release her. So I guess there's a win that she lived. So yes, that is what happened. And he served 8 of the 16 years. Now before that, hold on tight. In 1976, he had Frances Mays. This was Davis's first documented violent attack on a woman. So essentially like 8 years earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big word documented.
No, I mean like.
Oh no, I just want to emphasize.
I'm sure there was.
It's documented. There's evidence. These were reports made. General knowledge.
Is that what documented?
I just want to make it very clear that there was a record of this shit. This wasn't hearsay.
Yeah.
This is what fucking happened.
Yeah.
And he was still released. So that happened in 76. He kidnaps a woman, robs her, and and so this rap sheet is just sickening.
Why would you not? Okay.
You never should have gotten out of jail.
No.
All right. So where was I? So Frances Mays is a 26-year-old legal secretary. She had just left a BART station, Hayward, when Davis forced his way into her car. Terrifying.
God.
He drove her to a secluded area and attempted to sexually assault her. She fought back and managed to get out of the car, flagged down a passing motorist, and by literal luck, it was an off-duty California Highway Patrol officer.
Wow.
Yeah, I got goosebumps from that one.
Yeah.
He arrested fucker right on the spot.
Good.
Had that officer not been driving by, who knows what would have happened to her.
Right.
Then in December of 76 again, after escaping from the Napa State Hospital, he broke into the home of nurse Marjorie Mitchell while she was asleep.
Oh, no.
He beat her repeatedly with a fireplace poker before fleeing. She survived.
She did?
Yeah, in the 2020 documentary of this one, they get all of these women. After this happened, all 3 of these women are being interviewed on this.
Wow, I'm going to have to watch it.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. 2020 they slap. So yes, she survived. Just days later, he targeted another woman. Hazel Frost got into her car when he suddenly appeared and attempted to abduct her. Fortunately for her, she had a handgun and she fired it, causing him to run.
She has a cool name and she's cool.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hazel Frost, you're totally right. She escaped unharmed. So lots happening.
Yeah.
So having Richard Allen Davis in the community of Petaluma on October 1st was a preventable catastrophe.
To say the least.
The parole system had the data, the diagnosis, and the history to know that he was a high probability repeat offender. Instead, they handed him a window of opportunity just 6 months after his release.
I was trying to math the calendar.
This parolee finds himself just a little drunk and watching a home with a 12-year-old Polly Klaas inside. Oh. That night, inside Eve Nichols' home, which is Polly's mama bear, the vibe was one of ordinary Friday night joy. Polly and 2 friends were having a slumber party, immersed in the fun board games, and I am sure plans to stay up way too late. Mm-hmm. The house was warm, the world outside was quiet, and Polly's mother was asleep in the adjacent room. She'd had a migraine and took a sleeping pill in hopes that would help. And her youngest daughter stayed in the room with her so that Polly and her friends had space to enjoy their night. At 10:30, the girls decide it's time to grab their sleeping bags from another room, and when they open the bedroom door, fucking shit skips a beat. A man, disheveled, intoxicated, and carrying a knife, taken from the home's own kitchen, was standing on the other side of the fucking door. She literally just went to go get her sleeping bags.
Holy shit.
The utter terror. These girls. So in the room are 3 12-year-old girls.
That's what I'm saying.
He was the boogeyman.
Yeah.
That is every child's nightmare.
Yeah.
But he spoke calmly, and he told them he was only there for money and that he meant them no harm. He then proceeded to tie up Polly's friends and pulled pillowcases over their heads. He ordered them to count to 1,000. A directive, of course, to make sure that they didn't realize he was taking Polly. It is said that when he walked into the room, he also asked, "Who lives here?" And Polly said, "I do." And as the girls counted into the silence, Polly was carried out into the night. Now, one of the other things that happened here is he had tied them up with some kind of cloth at one point, but he had also cut the cord of like their PlayStation and used that. That is such a small thing, but it shows that he came in and took a knife from the house.
Yeah, he didn't.
And that he used things that were in the house.
Yeah, he didn't have a kit with him, like
right?
A kill kit or something. And pause real quick, because the time frame that this happened, if you're 12, you're supposed to respect all your elders anyway, and you're female, so you're supposed to be even more polite, in my personal opinion.
Right.
So, like, if you see someone, an authority figure who is, at that time, anybody that's older, even though stranger danger was starting to become a thing, but not as big as it should have been, especially in a city that size. But like just the thought of he has a knife, he could hurt me, and the group mentality combined with that.
Yeah.
It's
I think a huge part of it too is sacrificing yourself for the house. Right. There's a man with a knife who could kill all of them.
Right.
They were all girls.
Right.
All young, tiny little. So in total, 4 very young kids and a mom.
Right.
So they never screamed.
Yeah.
They were quiet and terrified.
Yeah.
So I also think too, what the fuck could you? There's nothing you could have done.
Oh no, yeah. There's
nothing.
No
there's
other
nothing.
scenario they could have done, but like I'm just thinking the mentality of
because even if they would have screamed in that moment, her mother who took a sleeping pill, if she would have ran in there, she would have been stabbed.
Yeah.
Like she would have been killed just off of requirement there.
Right.
And then he could have killed everyone else in a frenzy.
Exactly.
All right.
Oh God.
So one of the girls is flexible. They're also 12. I feel like that's important to say. Her hands were like tied behind her back and she was able to scoot them over her feet.
Man.
That's why I said 12. Like that's youth. Youth. She was able to pull her arms under her and untie the ties with her teeth, and they ran into the mother's room. So her mother is completely confused. And when she calls the cops, you almost think she's fucked up in it.
Well, she took a sleeping pill. It's hard.
Like she cannot pull her mind into function mode because this is literally the most insane series of events anyone could ever fucking think of.
Yeah.
And it's only 10:30.
Yeah.
This isn't like a 3 a.m. time like that the audacity of the crime is unbelievable.
Right.
It is 10:30 on like a Friday night. Mm-hmm. And the assumption, and I think I say it, I don't fucking know. But
I don't know either.
They believe he was casing him. Like he picked that house, knew it, and wanted Polly specifically. Yeah. Or else how would he have known that he could walk into a house with that many people in it and do this? He'd been
watching it. There's
it's too brazen to me.
Right.
Too brazen.
That's a good word.
I know. I feel for her mother on this one so badly because I'm sure she has guilt over a fucking migraine.
Oh.
That made me so sad when I was thinking, I was like, nothing is her fault. And there's no way that she isn't going to think that it was her fault.
Right.
Because she went to bed early too.
Even if she wasn't there, she would think it wasn't her fault too. She I should have been there. Like, the guilt that comes with these crimes is so sad.
I mean, exactly. Yeah. So even on top of that, like, did she always go to bed that early? I think that would have been the hardest one is usually like my parents did not go to bed early when we had a kid sleepover because they needed to be aware of us breaking their shit. Like I do ponder on that one. Like I'm never in bed at 10:30 on a Friday night, just because I can't fucking settle down that fast. But I don't know. I just feel for the mom.
And then the fact that she took a sleeping pill, she probably only took it like an hour before that.
Exactly.
And then they run in there and you're like, it's literally
and you're like a guy came in here
8 hours, so of course she sounds fucked up and she's panicked and her kids
and she's so confused.
I mean I can barely get up to pee when I take melatonin.
How would you even believe it in the beginning? Like you think that your kids were playing a prank.
I'd be like
that it was a fucking joke.
Probably when you saw their faces though.
I know, fucking terrified and knowing that anyway. So just a few hours later, a local babysitter driving home along the secluded Pythian Road 20 miles north of Petaluma spotted a suspicious car stuck in a ditch on a private driveway. She called the property owner, Dana Jaff. I could be wrong, but Dana, forgive me, who eventually encountered the guy. So I've just now wondered how she called. Because she literally was like driving through and like saw it on the I'm like, how did she call? I don't know. Because it was 93 and a rich babysitter, she had a car phone. Now, apparently he was sweating profusely and covered in twigs and debris. Now, Dana told investigators that he reeked of fear and appeared panic-stricken. So when Sonoma County Sheriff's deputies arrived, a terrible communication gap occurred. An all-points bulletin, an APB, with the suspect's description had been broadcasted within 30 minutes of the kidnapping, but it was transmitted on Sonoma County Sheriff's Channel 1. The deputies on Pythian Road were monitoring Channel 3. They were completely unaware that the disheveled man in the ditch matched the description of a child kidnapper, and seeing no active warrants in their database, the deputies performed a small act of due diligence. They both filled out and filed a field interrogation card, and then they helped pull his car out of the ditch and let him drive away. Now, what no one realizes at that moment is that he had just raped, strangled, and killed Polly Klaas and had hid her body likely just yards away.
Man.
This misconnection would extend Polly's disappearance from a matter of hours to a 2-month national nightmare.
2 months?
2 months.
God.
The search for Polly Klaas transformed a local crime into a national crime panic.
Yeah.
Media saturation was unprecedented. The image of the slumber party nightmare suggested that the very concept of home was now under siege. Mark Klaas strategically utilized this media frenzy, knowing that high-profile pressure was the only way to ensure the investigation never lost its momentum. For 2 months, a staggering silence hung over Northern California. 4,000 volunteers scoured the rugged terrain.
Wow.
The FBI deployed high-tech forensics, but found only one usable piece of physical evidence in Polly's room, which was a partial palm print on the bunk bed. Petaluma native Winona Ryder.
Oh my gosh, I always forget that she's from there.
Yeah, Winona. She became the face of the public effort. She offered a $200,000 reward. The connection would later come full circle when Winona Ryder dedicated, I didn't know this, she dedicated her 1994 film version of Little Women to Polly.
Wow.
I had no idea.
That gave me chills for
I know.
sure.
Ain't that crazy?
Holy shit.
Honoring the girl who loved the book but never
That's
got
what
to
I'm
see her own story end with a homecoming.
Oh.
Yeah. Winona
to
Ryder,
go.
I know. So she had ended up calling in, and they were showing it on the documentary on 2020, and they were like, Winona Ryder's on the phone, and they're like, okay, yeah, put her through.
Like, yeah, Elvis Presley's
Sure.
on hold.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds good.
yeah.
And it was just her crying.
Oh.
She was like, this is so horrible. And so she literally like came back and did news conferences and everything.
Good for her using her platform for good.
Yes. Yes. Now the breakthrough finally arrived on November 28th. So Dana, our girl Dana, this is the one that owned the land,
house.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Dana, where did I go with that? Okay. Oh, well, real quick is what I wrote. Okay. She could have gone up to the guy and done a civilian's arrest for him being on her property that night. I don't remember the reason why, but the cop was like, I can't arrest him for anything because there's nothing to arrest him for.
He didn't break a law, right?
Right. So they were like, well, you can arrest him for being on the property. You just have to say, I am arresting.
Citizen's arrest?
Yeah. All you have to do is walk up to him and be like, I am arresting you for being on my property. And she goes, I am not going to do that. I'm good. Just get him the fuck off my property.
Yeah, she's like, that sounds like a whole rigmarole.
Yes. And you're like, I'm already uncomf.
You're what?
I'm already uncomf in this whole situation. Like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, dude, it is late. Get this twig man off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
The thing that had there was a lot that fucked with her in this moment.
Yeah.
The first thing is he said he was sightseeing. It was midnight.
Yeah, what are you seeing?
So, and you're disheveled and you look crazy.
Yeah.
And so she was just I wouldn't have done it.
I don't think I would have done it. Now I would have
Now
been
I
like,
would.
Well, I wouldn't do a citizen's arrest. I would be like, well, I'm going to stand here until you press charges for trespassing or something.
That's how she had to do that citizen's arrest was to press that's how that would have happened. Yes. Yes. So anyway, the whole interaction must have been so weird for her, and I don't blame her at all for how she handled that. I would only do it now because of this story.
I would only do it now because we do what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now my fucking bug eyes are alert as fuck.
You know, every time I see somebody, if they look off or something, I'm like, okay, that was at this time.
Right.
Like,
and then she'll never remember it. It's very useless. She says it out loud to me so that she hopes I remember it if something crazy happens.
You don't know my life.
Yeah. Yep.
That's exactly. But attempts are made.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I think I saw a dude with a purple suitcase. I think.
And you're like, I'm like, sis, it was blue. It wasn't Tuesday.
And it wasn't a
Friday.
suitcase, and he was on a bike.
Right. Okay, so she was inspecting her property on Pythian Road, right? After loggers had cleared some brush. And she discovered a sweatshirt and a pair of ballet leggings.
Oh.
And her stomach just fucking drops.
I bet.
She could tell by what she saw in that moment that this was probably a crime scene. Her leggings had been knotted. The sweatshirt was inside out. And the white cloth that was similar to what the girls were tied up back in the house were also there. Upon deeper searching, they found an unrolled condom, a condom wrapper, pieces of strapping tape, I don't know what that, a beer bottle, matches, and a plastic 6-pack holder. So back when that babysitter saw the dude on the side of the road, this was all mentioned. He had a sweatshirt on that was inside out. And then when the cops were there, he had a t-shirt on. So like these things were noticed by them in that moment. Yeah. They're like, he's wearing something else. Once more, they didn't know about Polly's disappearance until later.
And they're like, who does a wardrobe change?
Like, it's October.
Yeah.
But I also don't know the temperature. I mean, Northern California is chilly. It's fucking cold. Yeah. So investigators sprinted back to their records from that October night, and they found that FI card. And the name on the card was Richard Allen Davis.
Wow.
So with a name to search, the FBI. Who's that?
Who's that?
The fancy princess.
Fancy princess. The fat pretzels investigators.
Right.
They like fat pretzels.
Oh my God. That sounds nice.
Auntie Anne's.
So the FBI matched the partial palm print from the bunk beds to Davis, and the unseen witness had finally identified the monster. The transition from a missing person case to a homicide prosecution was a devastating blow to the investigators, who had lived with Polly's image for 60 days. They were no longer searching for a girl. They were building a case against a killer. On December 4th of 93, Richard Allen Davis was taken into custody. He initially played the role of the innocent, claiming he had a firm alibi for the night of the kidnapping.
What did he say that was?
Let me just show you this. Please stop messaging me, people. I love you so much.
She's like, I'm so popular. I'm sorry. Hang on. What is that? That's him?
Yes.
No.
Insert youthful photo of Richard Allen Davis. Because I'm going to show you him now.
He looks like if you bought Kenny Loggins on TV.
Oh, this guy, I don't even have to worry about this dude in this shot. I need to show you him now. Because you will dry heave.
Well, I'm already disgusted with him as a human.
I just wanted to make it really silent for a second.
It's fine. No, nothing.
Because he's so fucking gross. Insert old fucking gross photo of him.
Oh.
He looks like a fucking furry chinchilla fucker.
He looks like if you leave the strawberries in the fruit drawer too long. That's what
with cat hair.
That's what his facial hair looks like. A fuzzy strawberry. What a gross turd.
Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic imploring your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
where we are right now,
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at WBOYmedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding.
Does your face look like a mugshot lately?
Then it is officially time for you to visit Hetef Aesthetics in Owensboro, Kentucky or Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. Go see our girl Amber Teasley and her team because they'll have your face and your skin look like a damn filter.
And their staff is absolutely amazing. It's like a mini Botox party, which personally is my favorite. You leave looking fresher and you don't have a hangover.
Another good thing is that if you go in there and you tell them that a couple of Sassholes sent you, you get 15% off of everything.
That's unbelievable. So if you have been considering getting that glow up and making that ex jealous, it's time. So here's a doozy. When they knew that they had the palm print, they didn't tell him that they had basically caught him red-handed, right? But someone who worked with him saw the evidence on the news and visited him and fucking told him.
What?
And I'm like, why? The dude was literally like, oh yeah, I saw on TV that it was him. And I was like, I work with that dude. And so he literally like goes up and is like, they have your palm print.
Dude.
And he went on the documentary to say that he is a fucking douche.
He went on the show.
Yeah. I don't even think he realizes like
that everyone hates him now.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
At all, because it just made him confess.
Oh.
At the end of the day, they were holding things back.
Yeah.
But then they didn't need to, essentially. That guy said it, and so he had to, the jig was up.
Oh, well, hey, never mind. I rescind my...
the guy doesn't suck necessarily. I just think it's weird that he did that.
Yeah, that is weird. But he was like, ooh, I want to be involved. Way to place yourself in there and speak.
Or it was his best friend at work.
I don't know.
Bro, they know you did it. I'd be like, you piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, I'd go out in there just
pour gasoline and light his ass on fire. So when investigators confronted him with the evidence of the palm print, the physical proof that he had been in that room, he broke which I'm sure was just calculated. He confessed to the murder and agreed to lead them to the gravesite in Cloverdale. So during the interrogation, he is so chill about it.
Ugh.
They literally pointed the fact that like the investigators did a fantastic job. Like they were like, if you didn't know that one was like a crime scene expert, one was a cop or a homicide detective, a cop and a killer, you wouldn't know which one it was.
Because he's so...
No, like they were so nice.
Oh.
And they treated him as equal and all of it to try to just get him to be
and
like,
to earn of trust.
get him to fucking say it.
Yeah.
But he just didn't fucking care.
Ugh.
Like the way he talks about it is like me being like, dude, so I was at Hobby Lobby.
You would not be
And
calm if you were talking about Hobby Lobby, but
I
know what you're
found a really cool pumpkin.
oh,
Like just
gross.
No-
I hate
no fucks.
watching those.
no fucks given.
Ugh.
So anyway, he acts like he picked the house at random.
The fuck?
No one believes.
No.
And once again, most people believe that he had chosen the house specifically for Polly. He says he went through one of the windows, though it's likely the back door was unlocked too. There's like some teensy bit of discrepancies. I'm like, I think he said he went, I'm trying to remember if he said he went through a window or he went through the back door. But they were like, there's no evidence that he went through the window. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Is he was like, I went through the window and they're like, the screen's still on the window.
Yeah.
I highly doubt you did all that.
And then put it
think
back
he
on.
really, yeah, I think he just walked in through the back door.
in the leave your door unlocked days anyway.
Like now I don't ever forget, but like, yeah.
Oh,
I can't even imagine keeping the doors unlocked.
no, I would feel naked
Oh my God.
and afraid.
He says that he strangles her at a gas station when she asks to use the restroom, which we can obviously guess is a lie. Like he just acts like they were driving around town. She's like, I need to pee.
No,
no.
He's such garbage. He's trying
Like,
to distance
nothing-
himself from it all. Like,
Yeah, and one of the people was talking about like his body language in it and everything, and they're like, you can just tell that it's just not true.
yeah.
He never mentioned sexually assaulting her, though the evidence points to that being the case. He's the guy who admits to it, but admits to his only series, like to only a series of lies instead.
Well, yeah, because he wants to make himself feel better about the shit that he did.
He is not upset, Heather. There is no remorse. There's not an ounce of. I'm telling you how chill he is in the interview. He's not disassociating himself from it. He just wants to lie so it doesn't look as bad as it actually was. He doesn't want to admit to the fact that he stole a 12-year-old girl, took her into the woods, strangled her with a piece of cloth, and raped her. He'd rather just act like he strangled her in a car at a gas station for no reason.
Douchebag.
He literally looks annoyed like, yeah, I'll show you where the grave is. You know, he's like, I'll just take you there. Almost like it's too much effort to try to explain exactly where it was.
Oh, God.
FBI agent Eddie Fryer recalled the chilling lack of remorse at the site. And this is his quote. You've got Richard Allen Davis, who is sitting there leaning up against a car, smoking a cigarette like he doesn't have a care in the world. In the darkness is lying Polly Klaas.
Oh, my gosh.
They find her sweet body that day and are finally able to tell her parents that they are bringing her home. The nation mourns for this girl and the pain is immense. By the time of the autopsy, it's been 2 months essentially in the ground, and the death is officially ascertainable. Richard's ass will eventually say that he had strangled the sweet 12-year-old Polly with a piece of cloth. There was a braided rope tangled in her hair and a knotted piece of cloth as well. An FBI evidence technician used an alternative light source and found an area on the remnants of Polly's underwear that fluoresced, suggesting the possible presence of semen. Subsequently, laboratory testing did not confirm the presence of semen. Investigators concluded either no semen had ever been present or any biological material had degraded beyond detection because of the condition of the remains. Now, I couldn't get past this part.
Okay.
And it's not because I'm a sick fuck. It's because no one mentions rape in this. And I'm going to unpack that in a second. But what about the condom?
Right.
Or the wrappers?
Yeah.
Or any of that? Or the sweatshirt? So I had to ask ChatGPT on this one.
Okay.
What about the condom or the condom wrappers found
Yeah.
And they said it was one of the most misunderstood pieces of the case, especially from different accounts of what exactly was found in different documentaries.
Oh.
So when I watched the 2021, Dana was on it, and Dana said she felt like that Polly was like pushing her to walk that way to find her, to find the crime scene. And she says that she found a condom.
Yeah. I mean, I'd believe her.
So I don't know. I don't know. Is all I can say. There weren't fingerprints on anything or biological evidence, but I will wonder all the time about that part. And then also the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
That's never mentioned, that they're like DNA on the sweatshirt. She wouldn't have had blood on it, but her hair follicle. Like there's just things that I think, I don't know if they're just not saying it because of the time frame, and that they knew they had their guy and they just didn't really want to know.
Yeah.
Like the rape aspect of this carries even more weight, more fear, more unease, more pain, more sadness. And perhaps they tried for the sake of the media to leave it out or not dig into it further, because they knew without a shadow of a doubt that he had done it.
That's valid. That could be.
Because it's already so sad. And to think that those were her final moments is just too much to bear.
Yeah. That was also the different time for like the media, because they didn't talk. They used to call it molestation. Now they just say child rape. And like, I think maybe they could have held that back too for shock value. I don't know, like to not jolt everyone, because now we hear that on TV every 5 seconds.
I mean, you got to remember, this was a media panic. It created an actual social panic.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
If we're already terrified, what's the fucking point of sprinkling fucking...
And now you're like, now you have to worry about your kids being raped as well.
Yes.
Even though you should worry about that, but still.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. This is fucking sad.
I agree.
Sorry.
And they don't mention any of it. Like she mentions the condom, and they like outside of that.
Well, I believe her. All day.
I do too.
Dana.
Just, he's
why would you
a
make
piece
that
of
up?
shit,
like,
and he's violent against women, and he's tried to rape women before. So there's no, I hate to say that I believe that she was raped, and I hate that more than anything in this world. I hate that more than anything in this world.
Horrible last few moments.
In 1996, the trial cemented Davis's status as a symbol of unrepentant evil. He was a man who taunted the very notion of justice and was a cockwipe the entire time. And a moment that I literally wrote cockwipe.
I know, but I've never heard.
I know, it was my first time.
Those two
Felt
words
fresh
together. It's pretty good.
I was like,
damn it. Why do you got to do that to me?
I know.
So I was like, oh, I'm about to cry. And then you're like, cockwipe. And I'm like,
that's literally how we were able to talk about these stories.
This is our show. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sprinkling that in for me.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
In a moment that sparked national outrage, he extended both middle fingers to the courtroom cameras. That's that first
like literally?
photo you saw. Yeah.
Oh my God.
During his formal sentencing, he unleashed a final, baseless cruelty that makes me fucking want to punch a hole through this wall. It grinds my gears and makes all of it even worse. So at his sentencing hearing on September 26, 1996, he was given an opportunity to make a statement to the court. Instead of expressing remorse, he used the moment to attack Polly's father, Mark Klaas.
No.
He read from a prepared statement and claimed that just before he killed Polly, she supposedly said, "Just don't do me like my dad."
What? Why?
He publicly attacked her father and called him a molester.
What? He's the...
After
oh
everything.
God, that poor dad. Did he
There
shoot
was
him?
no-
Tell me he shot him.
There was no evidence at all of this.
Right.
And when it happened, Mark attacked him in the courtroom.
Good.
He lunged at him and yelled, "Fuck you," over and over and over again until the sheriff's deputies pulled him off of him.
I would have let him go for a little bit.
I mean, they didn't try that hard.
I mean, fucking asshole.
Yeah.
If you don't tell me he's dead at the end of this, I'm going to be mad.
Beck, I literally showed you the photo of him in prison today.
I know, but I want him to be dead now. I didn't know that was from...
No, I want him to hang out. Hang out fucking. Fucking get it in the butt. Anyway, I do want to say, thankfully, the media didn't take to this like they would have today.
Oh my God, right.
They would have attacked a grieving father. They would have gone into it and done this shit, and there was just no chance of that. Mark is like an unbelievable man.
Yeah.
And he is unbelievable. I urge all of you to watch the documentary, and I'll go into more of why he's fucking amazing. But it's just, you look at the dude and you would never like, and I'm not saying that you can look at people and be like, they're a molester or not.
Yeah.
But he was an amazing father.
Right.
And so it was just like, at the end of all of this man raped and killed my 12-year-old daughter and stole her out of her bedroom. And then he told everyone that I had raped my daughter before.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
That is nuts.
It's unimaginable.
That is nuts. What an asshole.
I know. But the media took it for what it was, that a cunt bag was being an extra cunt bag for the sake of being a fucking cunt bag.
Why?
Because he is absolute garbage. He literally flicks off the camera. Like, he does not give two fucks what he did or what he's done in the past. Judge Thomas Hastings, in passing the death sentence, told Davis that his reprehensible, that was hard for me, reprehensible courtroom conduct.
Woo.
Conduct.
This is reprehensible conduct.
Made the decision significantly easier.
Right.
But as he was led away to death row, his crime was already being used to reshape the American legal landscape. I didn't even mention this.
Oh.
So my apologies. Polly Klaas's case was the first time that they did missing persons flyers on the internet.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, the community got together and like a printer, like, they just printed, I mean, the amount of effort from 4,000 people.
Yeah,
was
you said that
unbelievable.
because like most search parties that you see on the news and stuff, it's maybe 100. Like, or, you know, like they're not, I've never heard of 4,000 people searching.
And apparently,
like,
so
that's rare.
where they were searching and where it was about 30 miles away. So it was a very impossible thing that they would have found her.
Yeah.
From even a search party as large as it was.
Right.
The murder of Polly Klaas became the primary engine for the 3 strikes legislation in the United States. The horror of a paroled kidnapper committing a murder while on good fucking behavior created an immediate visceral mandate for tough on crime laws.
Yeah, I bet.
This is going to get crazy, so hang on tight. So originally proposed under the aggressive fucking name, the street sweeper.
Whoa.
The law was considered too extreme by many until Polly's death gave it momentum and the more marketable 3 strikes branding it needed. In March 94, California signed the act into law, mandating life terms for criminals with 3 felony convictions. 23 states and the federal government followed suit. However, 30 years later, a counter narrative has emerged from those who loved Polly the most. Her sisters, Jess and Annie Nickel, have become vocal critics of the laws passed in her name.
Oh.
They describe the legislation response as a distortion of the truth, arguing that Polly's memory was co-opted to push a punitive agenda that ignores the root causes of violence. They point to the reality of mass incarceration where life sentences are handed out for nonviolent offenses like stealing baby shoes. I don't know about that.
What?
They're
I'm
basically
just gonna
saying like you're getting arrested for crimes that are not equal to. I don't think if you have three charges that you should go to jail for weed for the rest of your life. But I'm not here.
Yeah.
They obviously have bigger parts in this.
Right. You're just telling
We're
their
not
viewpoint.
talking. That's a misdemeanor, honey. That's not a felony. Everything he did before was like felony level. So
unless they were
tit
Gucci
for tat.
Unless they were Gucci baby shoes, and that would be a felony.
They also now I do agree with this. They highlight the staggering disparity in the law's application. 45% of strikers in California are black compared to only 6.5% of the general population.
Yeah.
So
Our whole prison system needs an overhaul in
Uh,
general.
we need to get rid of an entire government and start new.
I know. I think we should.
I think we're all sitting here waiting for God to fucking just blow up this planet
Yeah.
and start with a whole new race.
Well, the aliens didn't come on July 4th, so I'm still disappointed about that.
We are the aliens, Heather.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
So while Mark Klaas remains a staunch advocate for the death penalty, the sisters, keep in mind, these are not his birth children. Sisters advocate for a system focused on rehabilitation. As Annie Nickel noted, before Richard Allen Davis was a murderer, he was a child who was hurt, abused, and neglected. And a better system would have protected that child before he became a predator.
Here's the thing
Valid
about
on
that. That is a valid point. And that kind of shows their hearts. They want to see why
Yes.
people are doing it, because the original system, in my personal opinion, was set up just to throw away the key, because we do have the most prisoners in the entire world. So it is
Shocking,
It is a
guys.
whole money.
Everything's money.
Yeah. So
All
like,
of it.
yeah.
All of it.
Anyway, that we could do a whole episode on that, but I'm just saying
Yes.
that at least they're looking at it in the fact that they can even do that. Look at the person who did this and be like, well, he had a shitty childhood. I mean, he did, but it sounds like he had a gene up there. And
Yeah, so Annie, I believe it was Annie. I read this and I didn't take notes on it, so if it's wrong, my apologies.
whatever.
But apparently she went to go meet the president at the time when she was a little girl,
Okay.
after this whole thing happened when they were trying to pass the bill. She was way too young. She said she kind of felt like she was a tool in it.
Yeah.
And she asked the president, do you think I'll grow up? Do you think I'll get the chance to grow up? Because of her sister being taken from her bedroom.
Whoa.
And like that was the question that she had asked, and then they signed the bill into law. So she carries a weight on her
Yeah.
that is unlike anything you and I could ever imagine.
Right. You're right.
So she is looking at this like, did I just incarcerate? Did one sentence when I was 7 years old incarcerate hundreds of thousands of people for the rest of their life?
that's heavy.
But these are meant to be violent offenders, guys. This is not, and that's why I was like, on the one about like stealing.
Yeah, but sometimes
These
three
are
strikes
meant
are
to-
three strikes.
I
though.
know.
Yeah.
I know. But like,
So like you steal a car 3 times.
well, if there's a person in it,
Yeah.
you should fucking go to jail.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really easy to say that shit when you're behind a microphone in a building and you don't commit crime.
Right. It's like I think every car is a cop and I speed. So like that's about all I got.
Right? I'm like, well, I mean, I do break a few things. So I don't know. All right. So I had to put this part in here too. Mostly because it flabbergasted me
Okay.
when I saw it. So the 2 girls that were in the room with her that went through this traumatic experience at the age of 12,
Yeah.
the police actually believe that they were a part of it. And they attacked them very hard.
Wait, what?
They believe that the girls had something to do with it for a moment, which is so unfathomable. Now, yes, I would say yes, there's some psycho fucking kids that we have covered and unpacked a few of those. I've always been very intrigued by kids who kill. But on this particular one, there's no evidence at all. And so they literally mentioned, they're like, well, we figured it couldn't be them. Are you ready for this stupid statement I'm going to say? Because they wouldn't have cut the cords on their own PlayStation. They're like, a kid wouldn't have cut that of all the... I'm like, you think 2 12-year-olds kidnapped another kid? And the girls are literally on TV like as in their age of 12. And they're like, they just kept bringing us back for interviews over and over and over again, asking the questions over and over and over again, trying to see if we would say something different. So then those cops were literally like, I feel terrible for how we treated those little girls.
You know what?
We were
Good
just trying to
that they
uncover
said that.
every stone, and we just
They didn't know where to go.
They just went hard everywhere at all the times.
Well, that's good that they fell on their sword, because a lot of them don't.
I don't know. If they're on 2020, I feel like every time I see that shit, they're always falling on it because they're like, dude, I've got to admit it.
Dateline, they'll be like, well, it was just the times. Like, it'll be a sheriff from some backwoods fucking place. It was just the times. Or they will decline the whole thing.
Yeah, you're right.
So, like...
You're right.
So
the last 2 that I've watched on 2020, the people were like...
They'd be like, they declined to give
We
a
fucked
statement.
up.
And I think, everybody fucks up. So it's, when you can be in that position and admit it, it's
Always hard.
Better late than pregnant.
Yeah.
That's
Polly Klaas's memory remains a powerful divided force. She is the face of a legislative movement, the namesake of a community theater, and a symbol of a lost age of innocence. But beneath the laws and the media noise, there's only the fundamental tragedy of a child who never came home. As her father, Mark, eloquently summarized the weight of her absence, quote, "I think her legacy is strong, but still, I'd trade it for a hug."
Oh my God.
In the weeks following her disappearance, her father, Mark Klaas, founded the Polly Klaas Foundation to support families of missing children, provide child safety education, and assist law enforcement during critical investigations. Beyond legislation, Polly's case reshaped the way many agencies respond to child abductions, emphasizing rapid coordination, evidence preservation, and community involvement during searches. Her story also contributed to growing awareness of the importance of missing child alert systems and public vigilance in the crucial first hours of an abduction.
Yeah.
More than 3 decades later, Polly's legacy is defined not by the man who took her life, but by the countless lives that have been impacted through advocacy, education, and reform. Through the unwavering work of Mark Klaas and the Polly Klaas Foundation, her memory continues to inspire efforts to protect children and support families facing unimaginable loss. That is the terribly sad story of the death of Polly Klaas at only the age of 12 years old by Richard Allen Klaas. Oh my God, I wrote Richard Allen Klaas. Richard Allen Davis. I should never give him a fucking classy last name.
No, that's, man.
Ain't that some shit, man?
That is some shit.
I literally was looking for a case that I was looking for nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I stupidly should have picked something that was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Usually when you're trying to, the things you say that you are like, I hope, if you're listening to us, then you're likely into true crime. So you shouldn't, hopefully you don't perceive it as such. But when we're going through a hard time, usually Heather and I will pick a story from way back when.
Yeah.
Usually when we go super heavy on stories that are recent or from our childhood or any of these things where it just hits too hard, too heavy, too much, we go back into 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you hear these old stories. It's because we need a fucking reprieve.
It like distances ourselves from
Yes.
it too. Because like this is, I do remember this on
Yes.
TV. Like, so it is, and hearing it now as you told it, which you did a very good job, by the way.
Thank you.
But hearing you tell it, it's different as an adult.
Yes.
Because back then it's like, oh my gosh, and your parents are turning the TV off because they don't want us to think we're all going to get stolen, even though.
And you just went like this because we had to get up and turn it off.
Yeah, for our younger listeners, we used to have knobs and we didn't have remotes.
Yes.
Back in our day.
You would actually turn, or sorry, me and Heather didn't grow up rich.
Yeah.
I'm like, or perspective.
Yeah.
We had hard-working middle-class families.
Yeah, but that, man, all of that.
It was just so sad. The fear, I think that this story in particular, for whatever reason, maybe because we grew up in the 90s, our childhood was in the 90s, it means that you were thrown into it.
Yeah.
And you were Polly. And you were her friends. And I think that's what makes it so hard.
Because there was always sleepovers on the
Yes.
Friday. Like,
and they were so excited. 12 was like the best time.
yeah.
It was before everything sucked and our hormones were still like not that crazy. And
Oh, I had like these size boobs when I was 12. But
anyway,
no, I know.
It was just
I know what
like
you're saying.
such a time.
It was a simpler time.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's just so sad and just terrifying. It's just
Yeah.
it was all like, I don't know. That's the shit that fucking freaks me out with like leaving windows open. I can't remember which serial killer said this, and I should know this because, this is what we do. But he literally said if a door was left unlocked, it was an invite to come in.
Night Stalker.
Bam.
I think
so too. That's who I thought it was.
Because
Richard Ramirez,
Yeah,
right?
because
It is Richard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Night Stalker did that. Because he didn't have a rhyme or reason. He would just try the
was
door,
just-
and
yep.
if it was unlocked, he'd go in.
Yep. And that's his science to it was to always never have an MO. Mm-hmm. Different place, different person, all of it.
So this guy's still rotting in jail?
He is still in jail on death row.
Oh my God, I
Looking
want to
like
send him a mean
A
fucking letter.
chinchilla. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no worse life than being in jail. I mean, having all of your fucking life taken away from you. The worst life is mourning a loved one.
Right.
The people who lost in this was every single person who loved Polly.
Right.
But
this is the best case scenario for a shit human because they
Yes.
probably only let him out of the cell, and I hope he's in solitary confinement, and they probably only let him out 1 hour a day. So
Yeah.
you're in a 6x6 little fucking box thinking about how shitty of a human you are.
Or
I hope he is. In my head, to help me sleep tonight.
in my head, he gets jumped every night.
Yeah.
That's in my head.
By that, what's that meme with the guy with the huge penis? I hope that's a silly.
Oh, he died. The black
big
dude
guy?
with the
Yeah.
big dong. Yeah, he died.
He did?
Yeah. I don't know how. I think we're like I don't even know if that's true. My husband would send me every link that had that dude's dick all the time. It'd be like, big storm coming, snowstorm coming.
Oh,
and it'd be the
yeah.
link to the dong.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I know it, because my husband loved sending those links, which makes him sound like a pervert.
My husband always sends me links of big
of
dogs.
a big black cock. No, and he would send it to fucking everyone and fuck them up.
Yeah.
And he would do it at work, and he's
Yeah.
such an ass like that.
Yeah.
While the people were at work, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure he's the one that told me, because obviously
Well,
he's a
that's
fan
sad.
of his work.
R.I.P. to the 15-inch wiener, man.
Yeah. Anyway, if that's even true, but anyway,
I don't know where to go from here.
I don't either.
Follow us on all the socials.
like, rate, review, subscribe. Now, this is our episode 199.
199.
199, motherfuckers. So that means that the next episode is 200.
200.
What did you Google yesterday?
Did you guys know, I bet you didn't because I didn't until yesterday, that only 3.4% of independently produced podcasts make it to 200? So we are basically unicorns in the podcast world, and we're very
Right?
fucking proud of it. Like, very fucking proud. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's a labor of love with very little payoff.
right. So
To
buy
be
us
honest.
so buy us a coffee.
Yeah, which is which can you explain that?
Buy Me a Coffee is our website. It's a website where you can support independently produced podcasts like ours. And you can literally buy us a coffee. So they say that so you can pick the amount. So you can literally throw
Like
$5.
buy us a good coffee or a shitty coffee.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we say it all the time, and I never knew what it was. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Heather, they're going to think we really are asking them to buy us a
my
cup of
gosh.
coffee. No,
Right.
go to the website.
Yeah, and we'll do a cameo. We have a merch store, all the things. Support us.
Yes, please. Don't forget, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
We love you.
We love you. Bye.
This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, A Couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I pet that dog?